Good morning, everybody. Jim Feist and Hank Goldberg out here in Las Vegas. Hank, good morning.
Hi.
Last night, we both had the Ravens. Looks like an easy winner, and then they canceled the game with 11 minutes to go, and we don't get paid because the rule is you have to have 55 minutes of action played in order to get paid. Tough break. Tough beat.
Well, the game was no contest either.
I know.
Because Philadelphia didn't play their starting quarterback, and they didn't have their backup quarterback had just signed this week from ESPN.
Right. It's crazy times, and then Cam Newton got hurt.
Cam Newton hurt his ankle last night. They're going to determine today how bad it is, but he was in a walking boot. The backup quarterback is a rookie from West Virginia who's had a horrible summer. They don't have a backup quarterback. There's talk that they may sign the guy who's been protesting. I mean, they don't have a quarterback right now to go with. If Cam Newton is, and their entire offense is geared around Cam Newton. I mean, they drafted around him. They got receivers to go with him. Their offense is totally based on Cam Newton. North Turner is there to coach him, and if he can't play, they got big-time trouble.
Yeah, I agree. And
same old deal with Cam Newton. It's always hurt.
Yeah, it's a rough game. Some of these guys are more fragile than others, and then you got Green Bay and Oakland play up in Toronto, and they play on a field that's 80 yards long. How about that one?
Well, they when they moved the goalposts, the field was all torn up, so it was unplayable. So they had to play 80 yards.
Wow.
And Rodgers didn't play, so Chris Sims won his bet with Florio. Florio said he was going to play. Chris Sims said he wasn't. Crims out scooped Florio.
Maybe the NFL needs to learn a lesson. I remember last year they were going to play in Mexico City, and they had to cancel that because of some field conditions. I mean, going and playing in these parks where they just don't seem to do their due diligence, and they end up with a mess. Interesting.
They should have known about this. The Canadian football is a totally different field from the United States.
That's right.
From the American game. But there was, I thought, some interesting developments last night. The Giants have a controversy right now because Jones played very well again. He's been playing great, and there are a lot of people right now who are screaming that he should be starting over Eli Manning. The rookie from Duke has had a very good preseason, and New England, shut down Carolina because, of course, Newton went out early, Tampa Bay, Cleveland came through again. Or no, Cleveland plays today. I watched the Miami game against Jacksonville, and I thought Foles was awful. He was throwing into double coverage. They finally scored once while he was in the game, and they never scored again, and they never moved the ball. They never put together back-to-back first downs. Their backup quarterback, who they're so high on, was very erratic, and their play calling was very questionable. And their defense was their backup. They have a rookie. Their first draft pick out of Kentucky was sensational, but he got hurt towards the end of the first half. So that not seriously, but they rested him the rest of the game. And their defense, when he went out, was brutal. They couldn't tackle. Miami was moving the ball on them, and Rosen engineered a 99-yard drive against Jacksonville to put them ahead in the game, and they just coasted from there. Jacksonville has not won a game in preseason. They're 0-3 right now.
Yeah, and
they have some issues.
They really haven't scored. It's really, they look really bad. But you're a bit high on Tennessee this year. You feel that they have the makings of a contender.
Well, I was high on them last year, and I did very well with them. They finished up 9-7 last year. Mike Vrabel is a good friend of mine. He's a real good coach. They've got a good coaching staff. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a very strong running game. Their defense is excellent, and they added Tannehill at quarterback in case for when Mariota gets hurt. So they're deep at that position, and Tannehill control the ball downfield. They're a nice team. Shouldn't be overlooked.
Yeah, they're contending with Houston and Indianapolis, and of course Indianapolis has the luck issue, and Houston has the issues with their offensive line not being all that solid in the past few years.
Houston's got a good running game, and they've got a good quarterback if they can keep him healthy. And I know you don't like their coach, but they've got a lot of good talent there. I think Houston probably is the best team in that division right now. If Luck is hurt, Indianapolis is not going anywhere.
And
they're worried about Luck. Make no mistake about it. Although he's going to start practicing, or he's going to start throwing. I don't know if he can go full service practice.
There's a man that had unbelievable talent, and injuries have just curtailed his career. And I hope he bounces back and can play because he really is really good. But it wouldn't be the first time a player, gets shortchanged on the injury status. We got a big game in baseball, a big series in baseball. I'd say this could be a preview of the World Series. The Yankees playing at the Dodgers, Paxton against Ryu.
The Yankees can't beat Oakland.
Well, Oakland isn't chopped liver. Oakland's playing very well these days.
The Yankees are not playing very well right now. It's not been a great road trip for them, and Oakland pretty much handled them.
So the best.
The Dodgers and the Yankees have something in common. Their bullpens are not doing very well right now. The Dodgers stopper has not been very good lately. The closer.
Yeah, Kenley Jensen. The only thing he stops is the Dodgers from winning. But it's going to be interesting. I love it. I love this time of year.
You know what? It's a meaningless series. You've got two teams right now who are so far ahead in their divisions that I don't care about what happens in that series. Meaningless. It's like an exhibition game. They might as well be playing in March.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But the people will tune into it. It'll be a big draw. Anything else going on? I know that we got the races tomorrow. That's going to be a big day. The Travers.
It's the Travers, but also there are several other big races on the card. The pick six is all stakes and about 4 grade ones. So I gave out 3 of the races on our service, but and there's a horse who's running tomorrow at Saratoga, who's called Chancelot. He's trained by Jorge Navarro. He won the Amsterdam, a Grade 2 stakes, by 12.5 lengths.
Whoa.
With a 121 buyer.
Wow!
And he's in race 7, and he's going to face some better horses this time. But he's a horse that he's a 3-year-old, but he's a sprinter, and this is a 7-furlong race, and everybody's anxious to see him run again. He's got tremendous speed. The other races that I think are very interesting is the Personal Ensign, which is a 1.8 miles. It's a $700,000 Grade 1 Stakes. Midnight Bisou heads that card, or that field. And then you got the Sword Dancer, which is a 1.5 mile race for $850,000. And that has a very good field going for it. Of course, Chad Brown is going to be in there. And Bill Mott's got a horse in there who's very good. And that should be a good match up there. And then there's the Travers. Travers is a good betting race. And Tacitus is back to try again. Going to have blinkers this time. Code of Honor, Shug McGahee's horse, who won the Dwyer. That was his only race since the Kentucky Derby. He's been pointing for this one. Shug will have him ready. And Highest Honors is Chad Brown's young horse, who started running in April and ran a very good race and winning the Curlin Stakes on July 26th. So this should be a competitive race, and maybe Tacitus can finally get it done. He's a 5-2 morning line favorite, but there are 12 horses in the field, and there are Tax, who won the Jim Dandy, drew the 12 post. And with Mucho Gusto in there for Baffert, who has speed inside of him, won't be easy for Tax. It's a very good race. And this is the Summer Derby, and it'll be the 11th race on the card at Saratoga on Saturday.
It'd be a great day to be there. It'd
be a great day to be at the sports book.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Anything else you want to go over today, Hank?
No, there's. I made my debut for football yesterday and embarrassed myself by picking Jacksonville. I made 2 other picks yesterday on ESPN, and one of them was the Dallas, Dallas game against Houston, and Dallas, I think, is a little bit compromised by the fact that they've had a very busy week. They broke camp. They also were in Hawaii last week. And, of course, they've got all kinds of contract issues going on. There are a lot of distractions there.
True.
And Houston, I'm sure, would love to beat them. And the game's in Dallas, and the game is a pick'em. The other game that Minnesota, Zimmer is 19-4 in preseason football the last 23 games. He's got his star running back healthy again. He'll play some. And the Florida State kid. And also, they're going against an Arizona team who is averaging just a little over 200 yards per game in offense. They got a new coach, a young quarterback, and I think that's a blowout.
Well, this should be a great weekend for action. Baseball, football, horses, it's everything. So, Hank, have a great weekend. Good luck. We'll talk again on Monday.
Okay, thanks for the bad news on what I thought I had a winner, because I went to sleep
I know.
thinking that Baltimore had won its 15th straight game.
Well, they the rule here in Nevada, and probably most sports books are going to probably honor it. You have to play 55 minutes in order to get paid. They were 11 minutes left in the game, so that did not work out. Unfortunately,
All right, Jim.
You take care, Hank.
Okay, have a good weekend.
You too. And I got to tell you guys something. We have a special offer. Sign up for free plays. So far, we're 5-1 since we started earlier. Text PLAY, PLAY, to 877-537-7716. That's 877-537-7716 for today's winners, and you sign up and you'll get a free winner each and every day. The number again is 877-537-7716. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk again on Monday.
Carl's Jr.'s new guacamole